Welcome back to Pile of Mopars. It's been 3 months or more since we posted. Since I sold the Gold Bear Cuda, I went off to Alberta. Just been busy. Haven't done much in the way of cars. In a previous video, we mentioned that we're in trouble with the regional district as far as having too many cars and parts and stuff. And I get it. I get a lot of stuff. But anyway, we used this opportunity to buy another place. So we bought 7 acres with a nice house and shop and lots of room to expand, lots of privacy. So that's what we've been working on. And now, of course, we've been cleaning up around here, painting the house inside and out and upgrades to get it ready. So it's listed now. We got possession of the other new property yesterday. So Shauna and Jenna out there. And if you can see behind me, used to be lots of cars and stuff all back in there. It's just a few of Tyler's in there now, which will be moving shortly. And I'll give you a little walk around of what we got going on. So lots of overflow parts sitting outside. These all got to go. The forklift's got to go. This box full of stuff has to go. But we have gotten rid of a lot of stuff. Maybe it doesn't look like it, but that's a testament to, how much stuff we had. There wasn't much in this sea can. The gold Cuda was in here, which is gone. Then there were some parts which have moved out. And then the 66 Charger. You've never really seen much of this car because it's been buried at the back of this sea can. But we'll do a little feature on this one coming up. It's a pretty neat car. It's a factory 66 Charger with a 426 Hemi and automatic. Anyway, we'll carry on. I haven't done much in here yet. Concentrating on everything outside first. But as you can see, there's lots of stuff to move. All that up there, the mezzanine, everything's got to be emptied. So lots of work moving after 24 years of accumulating stuff. Okay, so I organized a lot of these engines and stuff. Differentials were kind of spread around the backyard here, so I kind of just put them in one spot. And I'll use the forks on the skid steer to load them onto my truck for shipment. And I came up with an idea, or I think maybe it was Shauna. I bought a whole bunch of these old apple bins from the orchards. And they were pretty cheap. They were just getting rid of them. But they're ideal for hauling car parts around. So I've loaded a few up here. As you can see in here, this one's full of radiators and more radiators and exhaust parts, and I forget what's up in this one. Anyway, I bought 20 of these bins and I can get more if I need. Anyway, they're great for hauling parts because they're heavy duty, and of course, you can't box all this stuff up, and it's pretty hard to ship it loosely. So when I get to the other place, I'll just leave them stacked up. Maybe put a piece of plywood over top and a tarp just to keep the rain out until I can get my storage situation over there rectified. So I've got these 2 storage boxes, old truck boxes for putting stuff in, and they got a fair bit of stuff in them. I'm going to try and, hopefully they're not too heavy, I'm going to try and move them complete with all the stuff in them. Just sort of pack them a little better. And hopefully my winch and my truck will load that up, because these are small enough that I can haul them directly on my truck. But my 2 40-foot sea cans, I have to hire somebody to haul them. And of course they got to be empty. So this one here, again, it does have some engines and stuff, lots of AMD panels and odds and ends. So hopefully my winch will pick this up. Otherwise we're going to have to take some of the weight out of there as well. This is the other 40-foot sea can that has to go. This was my parts storage. I have emptied a lot of stuff already. That's what's in those apple bins that we just saw. But as you can see, lots more to go. I think that's a 383 and a 440, 66 charger parts, and boxes and boxes of stuff. So basically I'll just carry these out and fill the apple bins with whatever, and this has to be mostly empty. And then this is a collection of drive shafts. Through my business, every time I get a scrap Chrysler product, I grab the drive shafts for sure, because you can never find good used ones, because whenever you get them at the yard, the forklift bends the drive shafts with the fork, so they're impossible to get. But anyway, I'll give you a little walk down the madness here. Now, this sea can's been here for almost 20 years, so some of this stuff I haven't seen probably in 20 years, and that being the case, I'll be getting rid of stuff I don't need. But anyway, that's that. Okay, a lot of those differentials and engines were all sitting in this spot. There's a few along the fence there we'll be getting rid of shortly. Yeah, Tyler had a covered storage area here full of his parts and stuff, and he had numerous trucks back here, but everything's been moved out to the friend's property, and I'll show you that. There's a few odds and ends still here. This tent used to have Tyler's Camaro, now she's got some odds and ends in it. This trailer is going to be insured, put to use, and then this tent up here is where the 70 Cuda is. Probably one of the last things to be hauled out, and we'll get our trailer out of here as well. And then of course we'll be taking our yard art, the 38 Nash and the old tractor, and over in the trees is an old International Tyler's. So let's go load a couple cars. Okay, I'll give you a little walkthrough what we got going on here. I'm at the other friend's property. This is a camper van Tyler picked up really cheap. I think it's a 1980. I can't remember if it's a 360 or 318, but neat old van. Got a little bit of rust at the bottom, but runs mint. Tyler put some Overlander type tires on there, but he wants to fix it a bit and use it. There's more Tyler's. And here's another one of Tyler's, his Cowboy Cadillac. This is his parts truck, diesel. This here we gave to my daughter Jenna for her graduation this year. I bought it from Tyler to give to her. She wanted an old truck to fix up, and of course Tyler had this sit and he wasn't using it much. It's a 89 diesel automatic, so Jen will be able to afford to drive it somewhat. So she wanted to be a truck girl, and you know, not just her Jeep, so we'll get her into the old vehicle hobby, you could say. And then we've got the two power wagons, this one, the GTX over here, and way over in the trees you can see the orange truck, the old plow truck. I was going to move more vehicles up there, but my tow truck got stuck in a big mud hole right here, and this is as far as I could make it. So that's it for these ones, and I'll show you the rest of them. Okay, here's the rest of the stash. This orange AMX, you haven't seen on the channel. I just bought this last weekend. Came up on Marketplace. I've known of the car for a while. Anyway, it's a 401 automatic, and despite how bad these quarter panels are, they always seem to be, because you can't get any replacement. You can buy little patch panels, but not full skins. Anyway, it's much, much better than the one I was going to fix that you've seen in the channel, the gray one. This one runs and drives. It's got the 401. The other one, the other car, I'm missing the engine. And then also, this one's got really nice floors. It's got a little bit of rocker rust in each side, but the floors are solid front to back. So it's a much better starting point. So I'm going to sell the other gray one. It was a silver car with the Pierre Cardin interior. And I'll put this one together. I'll do a feature on that sometime down the road. Okay, and we got the Hazel, the van. We got the crew cab project. This right here is the 74 Cuda 360. We got the whale sitting here. Tyler's Camaro was there the other day. We had to jockey things around so we could get it back to the house because we have to switch the engine on that. 68 Dart super stock project. This is an AMX parts car because it's extremely bad. It's got the 360 and the 4-speed. You can't really see, so I'm gonna put all that in the 4-speed with the 401 and the orange one. This is the first Javelin I bought, just a 304 automatic. It's going to be coming for sale once I do a bit of work to it. This is the 340/71 Swinger. And here's a sign of what's been around. There was a mother and 2 cubs, black bears, here a couple weeks ago. And they've been sighted around the neighborhood, so I could be filming my demise here. We'll see. The race car. This is the other gray AMX. And then of course the Roadrunner GTX. I am hoping to get this on the road this year. I did want a nice cruiser because I've got to commute a bit where I live in the new place. It's a little more further, a little more rural. And I'll park my work truck in town and commute in my toys. So this, I just gotta put the transmission together and then put it in the car and it's good to go. So we'll get that going. But anyway, today we're gonna load up that orange AMX and Tyler's camper van. I always wanna get one on the deck and one towed behind. Or actually, I could always take this blue AMX here too. I'll figure something out. Well, moving cars tonight turned out to be a bust. I loaded the camper van of Tyler's on the deck, but I couldn't find another car that was towable behind for one reason or another that just wasn't going to work. And this was the one I was going to tow, and it just became a shit show. Anyway, it's a 3-hour round trip and just run out of time, run out of daylight. So I'll give you a quick walk around of this car and that'll just give you an update of where we're at. So 73 AMX 401 automatic, same car, same model as my other one, except this one's got a running 401 and automatic. It runs and drives and needs brake work. It's got these stupid Honda wheels on there just for rollers. And this is one of the reasons that made it not towable, because he had shank nuts on here and they're supposed to have a tapered nut. He just threw these on for rollers, which is fine, but you're not going to drive an hour and a half rolling on these. So one thing turned into another and just not going to make it tonight. But anyway, really solid car. I know it looks really rough. The frame and the floors are perfect, even the trunk floor, whereas my other one is all four sections in the car have been attached using self-tapping screws and tar, so they all need to be redone. but this one doesn't. Mine needs quarters. This looks really bad, and that's because it is. But it's no different than mine. Mine are full of Bondo and mud, just like all of them, because it's they all rust back here, and it's hard to get parts. Anyway, this is the interior. It's a complete interior. I've got some panels in the trunk that go on the back, but it's infinitely better than the car I have already. So I'm just going to sell the other car, fix this one, and this will be a much quicker project because floors are all rust free, both sides, really clean. And so this basically comes down to quarter panel work pretty much, and a little bit on the rocker panels. But of course my other car needed all of that, and floors and quarters. So anyway, here we are. I gotta get those wheels out because they just look terrible. So yeah, walk around to the car, just your typical bonded up buggy from back in the day. But like I said, it runs. Anybody familiar with AMC products at all know that 401s are expensive, hard to find, and they're expensive. They're more than like 340s and stuff. Even though they came in Ambassadors and Jeeps and all kinds of stuff, people just want a lot of money for them. So I just thought this one would save me from having to look for a 401 for the other car, and then of course the better body. It just made more sense. So I bought this and just sell the other one. But you can see this quarter panel is just horrible as well. So you can buy sections of reproduction quarters. I think you can buy this bottom part in 3. The guy got it from Ken. He said you can get the whole quarter, but I've never heard of that, so we'll have to do a bit of research. Yeah, love these emblems, how they're sort of look like they're going fast, you know, they're kind of come out at an angle. It's pretty cool. Got the AMX grill. All the AMXs have this grill in behind, which this is a 71 Javelin grill. And then they put the mesh screen over front for just the AMX models, but they all used, regardless of year, use this one. These are made of unobtainium. You can see this one's got a couple splits right in there, but that's easily a $1,000 grill the way it sits. They're so hard to find because they're just so fragile. Anyway, this one's really nice, so I'm very happy about that. Anyway, I'll unload this pile of wreckage. Okay, here's the mighty AMC 401. Like I said, runs good, doesn't smoke, anything like that. All the inner aprons, everything are all rust free. No issues there. Mine had rust here and there. So, and the other thing too is these hoods. So they're a cowl hood, as you can see. Pretty much the whole hood is the cowl, and the outside is fiberglass, the inside is steel. Now I've got 2 of these hoods, one on the parts car and one on my other car, and these under braces are so rusty, like really deep rust, whereas this one's just spotless as far as rust goes. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. There's a little bit right there. It's got some really deep pitting. But the other thing this one has some issues is this outer fiberglass skin is coming loose, so I have to rectify that. Otherwise, and then get rid of those. Otherwise, the hood, you know, it's been sanded here and there, but it's not bad, so it's just lesser of 2 evils. Give you a little shot inside again, and we'll show the trunk, and then we'll wrap this video up. And so anyway, floors, I can't really get at it, it's a little too much. Anyway, that's it. You know, it's a beater, of course. So I'm a sucker for the quote-unquote cheap cars, right? Because the cheap cars are never cheap in the long run, but you'd think I'd learn that by now. But yeah, so I'll take all the best parts of what I need and then sell the rest. The mats, these are neat. floor mats from the that came with the car. They're original AMC mats. I've got another set that came in my my brown Javelin. So there's a few interior panels here, some lights. It's kind of hard to see, but the inner fenders and then the entire trunk floor is all solid rust-free. It's not even pitted or anything. So we got outer wheel houses, quarter panel skins, and trunk drop downs that are going to be the issue. Everything else, all the channels here are really nice. The lip on the inside of the trunk's really nice. So yeah, overall a better car. Came with papers, runs and drives, except it's just got these ugly quarters, and the previous owner went inside and was trying to straighten it out, but all they do is put some outward dents in there that just makes a mess of it. So I'll have to that'll all be cut off, and I'll have to figure something out. Like I said, I think you can only buy from about here down as far as reproduction, and I think it comes in 3 pieces, so I'll have to do that. And then this upper part here, you know, with the body line and stuff on the parts car, that section is really good, so I might have to do a bit of sectioning, and that's pretty much the reality with these cars. They're all like that. They just, you know, 50 years later, they're pretty rusty back there. But yeah. Before we go, I'll show you one more thing. It's the back inside under the hood. You can see all those round holes. That's the air inlet. There is supposed to be a ram air cleaner that seals to the bottom of the hood, and that lets in the cold air from there via a flap. That's missing, and they are quite expensive, so I'm not sure what I'll do there, but my goal is just to get it mobile and clean up the rust and go from there, I guess. Well, that's it for Pile of Mopars. That's just a little update. I'm not sure if it's an excuse why I haven't put videos up, I guess. It's just been a lot going on, but now we're in the moving stage since we got possession yesterday. And of course, as you know, I've got lots to move. So we'll be doing that for the next while. Our current house is for sale, so we got to leave, you know, some furniture here, so it's sort of staged and not just an empty box. But hope to get back at her and get some more regular content coming out. But for now, that's an update on Pile of Mopars. Thanks for watching.